Hello all and welcome to Rathod's IAS. So we are going to start new series of anthropology. So in this series, I will going to try to cover all the topics of anthropology. So first topic we are going to discuss is our 1.1. I hope you had gone through the syllabus first of all and you have to see the topics, and even we need to link these topics with our previous year's questions also. Okay, so first now we are going to see about meaning, scope and development of anthropology. So here we have to see first of all what is the meaning of anthropology. So in this meaning we can understand this meaning in different dimensions, and I am going to give that. And we are going to see scope. So to understand this scope, first we have to know so how many subsectors are there. So based on that subsectors, especially we have physical anthropology and we have cultural anthropology. So in physical anthropology, we have different fields or different dimensions, and we have to know about them, and we have to see the scope in different fields. Okay, so that will cover this scope. And we are also going to have a note on this development of anthropology also. So first, let us try to understand what is the meaning of this anthropology. So before seeing this topic, so first of all, let me give you an introduction. So what we are going to discuss. So in this video, we are going to discuss about meaning. So this is the first topic, and we are going to talk about even scope of anthropology, and we are going to see different approaches of anthropology, and later on we are going to see which are the main branches of anthropology. So if you complete this video, that means so after watching this video, so you will be get to know what is this anthropology exactly and what we are going to expect in this anthropology, whether it will be interesting or not. So many students, they make one mistake. So without dealing with this first chapter, they will be enter into the sixth chapter or fourth or fifth. So if you complete from the unit 1 or chapter 1, so you will be getting some sequence. Okay, you will be understanding why we need to talk about this anthropology. So why you need to choose this optional anthropology, and what scope we have. Okay, what we are going to learn in this anthropology. So if you complete this 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3, then you will be getting idea regarding this anthropology, and that will create interest in you. So first, let us try to see what is the meaning of this anthropology. So first of all, what is the meaning? So what we are going to discuss? So here we are going to discuss about 8 subtopics here. I hope you can see on the screen. So first topic here we are going to talk about, so this anthropology, it is science of man and human behavior. So how this anthropology related to man and how we are going to study his behavior. So we are going to understand that. And next one is, so this anthropology covers all aspect of man and his different groups. So we are going to study about the groups. And next one is, it is a multidisciplinary study. So how it is a multidisciplinary study, so you are going to understand that. And next one here is, so how this anthropology is a complex study, why it is called as a complex science, and why it is a most comprehensive study. So we are going to study man, and we are not only going to study man at this present time, but even past in our ancient times, okay, and even space of man. Next one here is past and present relationship with ancestors. So we are going to study about, so how present human man, okay, present modern man, so he have relationship with our ancestors like Rhodesian man, like Homo erectus, okay, like apes. And we are also going to talk about evidences. So these all things are included in the meaning of anthropology. So first, let us get into this topic. And if you're talking about meaning of anthropology, as we all know that, so anthropology is related to study of man. Anthropology is related to study of man. So first, one thing that should be clear is, so study of man. So we are going to study man into various aspects, and we are also going for doing some comparative study. We are also going to do some comparative study. So this study is known as anthropology. So normally this anthropology is also called as subject, which contains half of science and half of arts. So half of science and half of arts. So some people also says that. So this anthropology is a young science which is yet to be intimately familiar with the students of science. So now let us try to see exactly what is the meaning of this anthropology. So anthropology, this anthropology which is derived from two Greek words. So which are those words? First one is anthropos and second one is logos. So what is the meaning of anthropos? So anthropos means, in simple word, it is called as man. And what is logos? Logos, it is study or science. Anthropos means man and logos means study or science. So in this way, anthropology, it is nothing but science of man. It is science of man. So this is the meaning of anthropology. So why we called this anthropology as a science of man? Because it is derived from these two Greek words. First one is anthropos and second one is logos. Anthropos means man and second one is logos. Logos, that is study or science. So because of this, the first part here is science of man. So we are not only studying about single man here, but here we are also studying about his behavior. So anthropologists, they study human behavior. They study human behavior, not concerned with a particular man. We are not going to talk about a single man, but even we are talking about how man is behaving with groups. Okay, humans, they live in groups. For example, we can talk about different colonies, right? So this colonies, we can say group of houses. So these people, they are living together in a group. So we are studying about not only the science of man, but even his behavior, not at individual level, even at the groups. And we can talk about races here and peoples and their happenings and doings. So because of this, in general, anthropology is called as science of groups of men. So what is this anthropology? It is science of groups of men. I hope it is clear, right? And if you're talking about what all aspects that are covered in this anthropology, so if you're talking about different branches, so you're having different branches. For example, you can talk about psychology, you can talk about this pathology, economics, sociology, physiology. So these are the different branches, right? So here this psychology, which talks about or which mainly studies about the mind of people. Pathology, which deals about different diseases. Okay, it deals about different diseases. And economics means nothing but it includes production, distribution, okay, etc. So here production, distribution, consumption, so those all are considered under this economics. So here what is sociology? Sociology deals with how human being he is interacting with the society. So what is the relationship between the human and society? That mainly talked in sociology. And physiology means here, for example, doctors, they will be read about different patterns. For example, respiratory system, digestive system, like that. So all these are single branches, they are dealing with certain topics. But here anthropology as a discipline, it covers all aspects of man. For example, psychology, pathology, economics, sociology, physiology, etc. So all these are covered. So because of this, here we call this anthropology as a complex science. So here it talks about relationship between man and mental status, man and society, man and diseases, man and money. So it is not only focusing on a single aspect, it covers all aspects. So this is the meaning of this second. And why it is called as a multidisciplinary study. So if you're talking about this anthropology, which is not only talking regarding the humans who are present at present. That is, it is not talking about just modern man, but even it deals with humans of past. It deals with humans of past. It deals with the humans of present, and even closest relatives. Closest relatives as well. So that means it studies from origin till the present day. It studies origin till the present day. So because of this, it is called as a multidisciplinary study. And if you're talking about this complex science, why it is called as a complex science? Because it is not only dealing with one aspect, or it is not focusing on a single aspect. So it is dealing with different, or it covers all the different aspects. So it is called as a complex science. And next one here is, it is about most comprehensive science. So why it is called as a most comprehensive science? Because this anthropology is not only dealing with the man who is present now, that is modern human, but even it deals with the behavior. It deals with the behavior of man, and even what kind of work he is doing. So because of this, it is a most comprehensive science. And next one here is, so this anthropology, which is mainly focusing on study of man in time and space. Okay, so here we have to see how man has been transformed. So as you all know, humans, they came from the apes. So from apes, so how many stages there is evolution happened? So what are the changes that happened in the physiologically and as well as psychologically? So we are going to see, so in which time, so in which space we can see what are the transformations happen. So that is the one thing we are also dealing with this. And next one here is past and present relationship. Okay, so we are also dealing with past and present relationship with ancestors. So here we are going to talk about a link. Okay, link. We are going to talk about what are the changes that evolved, and even we are going to talk about the culture that is present with the ancestors and how that culture had been changed with the time. And we are also going to read about what are the reasons for the bipedalism. So actually earlier apes, they used to walk on the four legs, but now modern man, he walks on the two legs comfortably and he can run, right? So what are the changes? So what are the reasons for this bipedalism? Okay, so these are some important things that we are going to deal. So apart from that, we are also going to see about evidences. So here, what are these evidences? So here we have fossils. Okay, we have fossils. So by using these fossils, they helps to study relations. Okay, for example, here there is earth surface, and here on this earth surface we found one fossil. So in which layer we found this fossil, and we will be getting that fossil, and we will be using technology, and we start trading that fossils, and we will link with the time period. So in which time period they used to belong. So if we get this time period, and if we try to analyze what are the changes, yes, then we can come up with a link where humans they came from. So who are the exact ancestors, and we come to know, like, so what is the chain? Okay, how the transformation happened between these apes to this modern man. So I will be showing you this. So here we already studied about science of man and his behavior, right? So here we have to focus on what is the origin and what is the behavior. And it covers all aspects of man, I said. For example, psychology, pathology, economics, sociology, that I already explained. And actually this anthropology is a multidisciplinary study. It studies about humans past, right? So it studies about humans past, present, and as well as closest relatives. It is a complex science. It is a multi-comprehensive science, study of man in time and space. And here it also studies past and present relationship with ancestors. So there we have to know about link between the humans and ancestors. There we have to know what are the changes that happened both physiological and as well as psychologically. So what is the culture and what are the reasons for the changes? And as well as evidences, here we will be studying this fossils. So I hope this meaning is very much clear, right? So science of man and behavior covers all aspects, multidisciplinary study, complex science, most comprehensive science, study of man in time and space, past and present relationship with ancestors and evidences. So if you want, you can make this flow chart and you can write in your book so that it will be very easy for retrieval. And even in this behavior, you can talk about psychological behavior, sociological behavior. Sociological behavior means we need to understand how humans are interacting with the society, how humans are developing their relationship with the group of peoples. Okay, so this is about in detail meaning of anthropology. So by this we are winding up, and this is the topic for today. In the tomorrow's lecture, we are going to study about the scope. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much.